This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Is Randy in there? Is he in the house? Is he ready to go? There we go. Oh, there he is. Former Dolphin stud, Randy McMichael, Randy Mac, joining us on Twitter, Randy Mac81. Make sure you follow him there, Dolphins. How you feeling, baby? You're looking good. You're looking relaxed.
Oh man, I'm good, man. Just sitting out back, watching the draft on the TV and everything, and wondering why my wife keeps looking through the windows to see who I'm out here on the phone with. But I'm on the phone with you, Big O. What's going on, my brother?
I am loving life, my man. We're in Vegas, obviously, doing this, so we're pretty lucky right now, Randy, to be able to do this.
You up or down?
We're up. We're up, man. We're always up, and crypto, keeps me up. So we're all right, man. We're all right. We're doing good, man. You see the Dolphins, obviously, no picks right now. But let me, before we talk Dolphins, let me check in your backyard now. The moves in the offseason, obviously, they couldn't make the move for Deshaun Watson. What was the reaction in that town when they couldn't make the move for Watson? And on the flip side of that, I got to tell you something, dude. Matt Ryan showed a lot of class, man, because that's a guy that gave you an entire career. And for him to delay the bonus and then they accommodated him and gave him the trade and all of that, I thought, one, the Falcons handled it with a lot of class in taking care of Matt Ryan. And Matt also was pretty classy in a difficult situation, man.
Well, Matt, so first of all, Matt Ryan's a classy player, classy man anyways. I thought that the whole Deshaun Watson thing came out of left field for the Falcons, and I don't think they were ready and prepared for that to happen. I think that, when they got the call, Arthur Blank got the call that said, you know what? Deshaun Watson wants to maybe be a Falcon. He was like, okay, Terry, y'all go and see what's going on with that. And it got the city in an uproar, both against and for. And so when it didn't happen, it was all a whole bunch of backlash on Terry, Fontenot, and the Falcons organization and everything, man. So, I mean, it was so crazy that week up here that, we were getting blamed for it too. Like it was our fault. Like we the one on the radio that leaked it and all this stuff, and we were pushing the agenda. I'm not pushing the agenda. I was just saying that Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback than Matt Ryan. So if you have an opportunity to get him, then you go get him. That was my whole objective. But then, Cleveland being Cleveland and offered a contract that could nobody match, and that's how he became a Cleveland. He didn't want to go to damn Cleveland, but they offered him 230 guaranteed, so that's why he went.
Right, yeah, of course. I mean, 230 even LeBron couldn't bring people to Cleveland, dude. Okay, that's all you need to know. LeBron was like, come on, somebody come play with me. And nobody would go to Cleveland. He had to come to Miami because of that, because he couldn't get anybody. So Deshaun, obviously, which is a crazy contract to give a guy that kind of money. Although, at least, the one thing, Randy, he's a pure pocket passer. So he's not like Lamar in Baltimore that he's going to put his body at risk constantly because he has to. In order for him to be a quarterback, he has to run the damn ball. Watson doesn't have to do that. Watson doesn't have to take one step over the line. He can burn your ass from the pocket the entire game. So that's a guy that you if you block for him and run for him, you'll keep him healthy.
Oh, no doubt about it. No. I get why the Falcons went after him, because before all that other stuff that went down, the 22 allegations and everything, he's a top 4 or 5 quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. This dude is big time. So I understand the fact that you got to do your due diligence. It was just the fact that they tried to pull the wool over the Falcons fans' eyes and make it seem like they thought they were dumb. It's like, oh, we're just doing our due diligence. No, you were all in for it. And I know you saw the whole picture with his Deshaun Watson Falcons jersey on a foosball table. No, the Falcons were all in on it, but they tried to pretend that they weren't, which really irritated a lot of Falcons fans, man. But you know what? I mean, the quarterback for the Falcons is for the future is not on the roster right now. We'll see what they do today as far as the draft. A lot of people upset because of the fact is we thought for the past 2 months we were talking pass rush, and you go wide receiver with the number 8 overall pick, even though that was a
They
need
need it.
and is a need for them. They needed a number one receiver. But everybody was talking about pass rush. They just got a pass rusher early in the second round. The kid out of Penn State. So I mean, they filled a void right there. But yeah, that whole Deshaun Watson thing, it was so crazy up here, Big O, because you were like, I'm not defending anything Deshaun Watson did. He was found not, they decided not to press any charges, and so once they did that, all these teams went, all in.
Yeah. No, exactly. At this point, they don't have. And listen, if you need a quarterback, I mean, I don't blame you for making that move. Now, you brought up the interesting point. They don't have the future there. And this draft obviously is not sexy for quarterbacks because they're falling like rocks right now. You know what I'm saying? So are they interested in any of these other cats as a project? Because I guess that's the way we have to look at this quarterback group.
I just look at the Falcons right now, Big O, is that they don't have room to have an unused pick right now. And then unless you're going to tell me that whoever you draft in the second or third round is going to compete with Marcus Mariota for the starting quarterback position, because here's the thing. Whoever they draft from here on out, if they play part-time or bad, they will not hinder the Falcons if they're in the top 3 next season to draft Bryce Young or the Stroud kid from Ohio State. So my thing is, why waste that pick if that's the case? And then why not just build up your roster? So, I mean, I thought that they were probably going to take a quarterback right then when they traded up like they did, but they took the pass rusher, the one that they need. So I just don't believe in getting project quarterbacks. This is my opinion. Getting project quarterbacks in the second and third round. If you want a project quarterback, you usually draft the 6th, 6th, or 7th. But if you're talking about a value pick for development and you don't have a 5th-year option on them, I just don't never see the problem. I never see the point in that.
That makes a ton of sense. Now, did you like any of these quarterbacks?
I didn't. I did not. Of course, I like Malik Willis, hometown kid and all those things. But, I mean, he's a project, too.
He's gifted. He's gifted. But
he's a gifted
raw.
player. But really, really raw. Not the biggest dude in the world. All those different things like that. Nothing against his skill set. I just look at it as like, you know what? I mean, what's the difference just with going back with a pure pocket passer? I know a lot of people, because like I said, he's from here in Atlanta, and a lot of folks want him here. And I'm not saying that we're a bad pick for Atlanta. It's just I look at it. There's a reason why he's still available right now. For some reason, there's still a reason why he's available. You know, I mean, Kenny Pickett, I like to pick Pittsburgh because he's a Pittsburgh kid. Why not? But there's a reason why Malik is falling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. That's the one kid I did like is Kenny Pickett. I like his moxie, bro. I like that kid, and I know the hands thing and all that. And, I grew up watching David Craig with Seattle, and he fumbled a ton throughout his career because he didn't have big hands either. And he was a decent quarterback for Seattle. He wasn't a great quarterback or anything. But I do like the Kenny Pickett kid, man. I think that's the one kid out of this group that has a chance. I'm not saying that he's a sure thing, but I would take a chance on it. Maybe not in the first round like they did, but I would take a chance on him as a second or third rounder. I think so.
But the thing about it is, it's like, okay, we talk about his hand size and wearing the glove and everything like that. Did y'all see him play this year when they played in Pittsburgh in the cold? The dude was balling. You know what I mean? I know I think the biggest thing with him is that he fumbles and drops the ball a lot.
Right.
That's one of the biggest knocks on him is because of the hand size, whatever you want to call it. But I just thought that was a good move for them. But I look at it from a situation where, I mean, they signed Mitch Trubisky knowing that he was not the future, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I would think so, right? So, Pittsburgh, and you always give them the credit because of the guy who's the head man of that job, and Mike Tomlin, and how fabulous of a head coach that he is. You give him always the benefit of the doubt. No losing seasons ever. I mean, come on, man. That is just one of them things where you just can't you can't doubt him and that organization.
No, I'm with you there. All right, Dolphins wise. So what's your grade this offseason for Chris Greer and company?
Well, you know what? It remains to be seen. I like the Tyreek Hill thing, but my thing is, like, it's all about Tua. They have no excuses Coach Mike, I don't know nothing about him. I think it's one of those things where Big O, I'm waiting to see, because you're telling me that he's a run game specialist. Then why the hell did you go get Tyreek Hill? If you're a run game specialist, you need to go get running back.
Because as you know, if you can't run the ball, it's going to be harder to make the passing game work. And so I think that's what they want to do. They want to finally fix that offensive line in the running game, so the kid has a complement and he can actually play action and do all the stuff that he can do. Now, listen, while he's a run game specialist, he does understand the passing game, but it's not going to work the same without the damn running game. You know that.
And there it is right there. Who the hell are they going to get to run the football? They got a bunch of Jimmys and Joes back there right now. I'm just excited. I just saw my main man George Pickens just get picked to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So excited for that kid. Glad that he has an opportunity, because hey, Big O, that's a bad boy right there, man. When he's right.
Yeah.
But back to the Dolphins. Okay, so right now where you're sitting at, if they can't find a way to get one of those Georgia running backs, because I want one. Yes. James Cook, I love Cookie, man. But Zamir White, man, he is a every down back that can catch the ball better than people actually know that he can. So they got to find a dude to get the ball to run that. Now, I know that, when you have that Shanahan type mentality, tree, whatever you want to call it, it's like, oh, we can put anybody in there and they'll run the football, which is always been right. So it's hard for me to argue that, because it's always been damn true. Whoever you put back there is going to be productive. But they got to find some guy. I'm excited about the Dolphins because I want to see the fact that Tua has no excuses. And I'm not saying he's making it or anything. They got everything.
He doesn't say a damn thing. It's the rest of us that talk about it. Are you a believer in him?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am. Okay. I'm a believer in Tua, because I think that they got the right guy. I think the fact that all the stuff and everything that he went through last year, no, not that him, the organization went through, they're still going through it. I don't know Stephen Ross, but I think he's a damn dirtbag. I'm sorry, I said it, and there it is right there. But at the same time, you know what? They got to continue to go on and move on with this. And I think Flo got a raw damn deal, but it's a new regime. And I think the fact that they brought in this offensive-minded coach, this offense better be good. You know what I mean? That's my thing. They go, you brought in this offensive genius that people, and that's what they call him, a genius. They better have a good damn offense.
Well, listen, you and I are going to disagree on the Flo thing, because he couldn't find an offensive staff if his life depended on it. I mean, you can't have 4 offensive coordinators and 3 offensive line coaches, dude. It's crazy, man.
I know. I agree with that right there.
If you can't build the staff,
I'm talking about the raw.
You can't be a head coach.
The raw deal.
But Doggy, if you cannot build a staff, you're useless as a head coach. Useless.
Okay. And me and you agree on that. I'm talking about everything else that surrounded him being fired, because he shouldn't have been fired. But at the same time, I agree with you the fact that, like, how many damn
I know the stories behind the scenes. I know how he was going roughshod throughout that building. He never wanted Tua, dude. And I was saying this for months. I know, Jordan Love finally got out. I've been telling people for months that he wanted another quarterback. It wasn't Tua, and it was Jordan Love.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things behind the scenes that guy was doing that was a disruption to what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
So hey, you know more than me. I'm just a cul-de-sac dad up here in Atlanta smoking a cigar on a Friday night. So you know more than me. You know more than me, Big O.
No, I'm just saying it's just one of those where and Chris Greer. If you can't get along with that guy, right? If you can't get along with Chris Greer, you have a problem. It's you, not him. You have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
And hopefully this works.
Can I get a little political now on you?
No, please don't. Oh, last time me and you went political, I think I pretty much just got blown up like a mug.
No, not that kind. Not that kind of political. We had a black general manager, hired 2 black personnel directors in Marvin Allen and Reggie McKenzie. 2 ass kickers, by the way. As you know, Marvin Allen was in Atlanta and also in Kansas City. He's an ass kicker. Yes. And Reggie McKenzie, talk about not deserving to get fired over John Gruden. They built that Oakland team, and they went to the playoffs. They had the one down year, and they fired those guys, which was a bunch of crap. Okay, so the three minorities hire a minority head coach. They also draft a minority at quarterback. Do you not think that the three brothers, it pained them to have to go to Ross and say, we got to fire this guy?
Oh, well, like I
Because
said,
you know how
yes.
important it is that we needed to see that succeed. Black GM, black head coach, that would have been freaking awesome. And in this
I'm with
damn
you.
copycat league, you might have gotten some of these folks thinking a little bit, different and going in another direction. So I guarantee you, those three gentlemen, it hurt them to have to fire that guy and part ways with him because it sets you back in the other way. I'm not talking about professionally. I'm talking about
Right.
culturally is what I'm talking
Right.
about.
Okay.
And that's
Again,
where I wanted to get a little deeper with you on that.
well, you deep with me. Again, what you just told me is the first time I've heard this. I've been up here in Atlanta, like I said before. So you telling me all this? It is what it is. I want the Dolphins because I talk about them all the time. And I call them, I call them my damn Dolphins. Them damn Dolphins. I want them to do well because that fan base deserves that. Now,
Yes.
my thing is this: it's Tua, because it's all about him. No matter
Yes.
what they do and everything,
You're right.
it's all about the quarterback position. It's all about Tua. He has receivers. He got tight ends. They got to find a way. I love the Armstead pick. I love going to get him and putting him a veteran left tackle right there. Love it. His biggest thing, can he stay healthy?
Right.
Because when he's healthy, Big O, he's one of the best in the National Football League. If he's
I
healthy on that left
hope
side,
playing on grass instead of in that stinking dome, I hope that's a little easier on his body, on his lower body. You know what I'm saying? I
I
hope
know
so.
what you're saying, Ed. But I said I know that, but I'm just saying if he's right the whole season, you got something because the thing about there's no excuses. You got one of the highest paid, and I'm not even gonna say one of the highest paid best secondaries in football. You got two cornerbacks that are in the top 5 as far as salary and as cornerback. We're talking about Jones and Xavier Howard. There's no excuses.
Up and coming stud safety, baby, Javon Holland. Stud.
I like Holland. I like it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is all about Tua. I believe in Tua, and the thing about it is the AFC East. I like Buffalo, but I don't know if Buffalo is just far and superior as people think. I'm sorry. I know that Josh Allen's a stud. Diggs. What can you say? He is an animal. I just ain't feeling Buffalo, and I want to see how Josh Allen is this year without Cristobal as his offensive coordinator. I want to see how that goes.
All right. Good stuff as always. Follow him on Twitter at RandyMac81. And you can catch him enjoying a sweet cigar as always. Randy, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for talking a little football with us, man. Enjoy the rest of the draft, and we'll catch up down the line, my friend.
Hey, Big O, anything for you, my man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, my brother. You be good out there.
All right.
Thank you, Randy. There you go. Randy McMichael, man. What an ass kicker.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.